still in my office working. I have one flyer and 2 articles left, and one of them's not going to take me very long, but it is Suck It Up September, and so my workout is going to have to be that Chinese thing that I learned the other day with trying to move the lymphatic system, and then that's just what it's got to be. I got to find a timer. Okay, I typically have timers with me all the freaking time. Okay, so let me see if I can find a timer on this. I cannot. Damn it. Okay, surely I can find a timer. Well, here, y'all can come with me in my barn. It is darker than dark here. Here, let me turn on a light. And I'll go get a timer for my workout room. So I am, you know what? I know everybody in the world gets behind on stuff. And hey, Gabrielle. And I'm just behind on this dang magazine. And after I get that done, oh my gosh, I am going to get caught up on my social media post for all of YouTube and stuff like that. If you're following my personal page, like this is my professional page. Hey, lady. Y'all have been with me whenever I got my hands on a 1973. Hey, Ladybug. Here's Lady. A there she is. 73 hood. And then I had my husband get it painted. And that was a gift that I paid for him. Hey, Terry. And come on, Ladybug. Anyways, but getting that thing freaking mounted on the wall, that was ridiculous. All right. I've got a remote. All right. Got my timer now. So here we go. I'm going to do these things because I said that I was going to freaking do Suck It Up September. And tonight I'm sucking it up because I'm going to send that dang magazine to print tomorrow. And I've got 2 more articles to do. And I've got to do an updated flyer for Smart Chicks. So this is that thing that helps with lymphatic drainage. It's an old Chinese thing. Oh, so I got my shirt tucked in so y'all don't see my belly roll. Holy smokes. But if we're, and I have my, I have my personal Facebook page. The reason I have this professional one is Facebook only lets you have 5,000 friends. And so I needed to have a professional one. Oh my gosh, this feels amazing. Man, you know what I did yesterday? One of my, used to be a client, now she's a little bit more than a client. Well, it sounds like we're dating. We're friends, and we have now 2 different couples that we vacation with. And they invited us over, and we said yes, and they said nobody ever says yes. You know how many people I think have like, they say something like, oh, we should get together, but then they like don't mean it. Well, we're trying to be one of those people that'll like show up to stuff when people invite us. All right. So this one is just doing this right here for a minute and a half. So I was happy about that. And she even said, nobody ever says yes. And we said yes. And she even told her husband, oh my God, they said yes. So, I don't know, trying to connect with people more, you know. They talk about how connections with people in your community is what is like a sign of longevity, is how much you're connected with people. You know, not gonna lie, I should have done the other exercise. Like these two back to back are kind of heavy on the shoulder muscles, and I have been typing on my magazine, and I can feel these in my shoulders. Even though I'm strong, my arm is still heavy. I mean, I bet my arm weighs 25 pounds, 20 pounds. So, oh, the alarm made you jump. Okay, girl, 19 more seconds is gonna do it again. I've got it right in front of the phone. Oh, man, getting that freaking, all right, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, getting that truck hood up today was like a big project. I don't get to see my husband nervous very often, and he was super nervous. And then tomorrow, he's gonna go and work, and it's like stretching his limits. Again, he's doing like this side job, and which I've got so much that's got to get done. One of our next door neighbors, his mama, I don't know, she's not 90, but she's 80 something, lives alone, but she needs a concrete poured in like a water crossing, but it's really weird for my husband because it slumps, and so he's got to go form that thing up. So it's like back-to-back nerve-wracking days for my husband. I'm going to turn my magazine into print. I want to finish it tonight and then like let my brain set, you know, so I can see if there's any mistakes. And then I have a virtual assistant that works about 5 hours a week with me, and we have meetings through Zoom, and I'll have her look over it just so virgin eyes getting to see everything. Oh man, but I'll show you what I've got done so far. Oh, sorry, I should have warned you. All right, this next one, the video's not gonna be that great because it's here, let me move my thing down, there we go. So this one is a ho ho ho, that's so funny. And then bend over and I pick up my toes. And then you put the corner of the chair right in your crotch. That's what you do. That's the stretch. Oh man. Man, I've been reading this book called Fast Like a Girl. I freaking love it. I love that book. Oh, it just talks about how we need to fast, you know, being a female, but it's got so much information in there. That's like, I just like the way that lady breaks it down, you know. Heck, I used to teach science, right? I was a science teacher for 11 years, and what did I put? Oh, son of a bitch, I didn't push start. Anyways, and I still like the way that she explains, wait, his here, that science to me, you know. I've always known fasting was good for me, but whenever she explains it, it makes me have like a sense of urgency. So today I broke my fast at 11:37 in the morning, and then my last bite of food went in my mouth at 6:47. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And I am getting hungry, so it's kind of nice that I'm working late because my husband is in there watching football. And I don't know, good for him to have just, you know, time by himself also. So, oh man. This was, I'm so happy I did Suck It Up September, because there's no way in hell I would have done this. And I feel so much better. I've been at my desk way too long, but I spent over half the day being there for my husband because he was, you know, in that lift and stuff, putting up that hood. All right, I'm gonna show you a little sneak peek. Hey Pam. I'm gonna show you a sneak peek of what my magazine is looking like so far. Oh man, I got too many tabs open. Took out my nose ring. I've had that thing for like 25 years. Took that out because I always had to be like picking that nose way too much because that nose ring was in it. My nostrils are uneven. They already were uneven. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm over it. I don't have to have my nose pierced anymore. All right, so here, I'm gonna turn this around. All right, so I think I can zoom in. Okay, negative, cannot zoom in. Okay, I'll just bring it closer. So this right here, I've got to get this photo approved, but I just love that. Then I've got to update this because I changed the date, so don't be looking at that. Then Chicks in the Sticks flyer, and I have like when we're going to announce our dates. And then I've got to update the table of contents. But here we go. Some of the articles. This is what I've been working on. Man, making that thing. I think I care too much. Because this thing right here, I mean, it's 48 freaking pages. 48 pages of me having to design everything. Okay. Some of my favorite articles are this one right here. Okay. So let me find my husband's. This is pretty cute because, okay. So I make my husband write for me whenever I'm a little bit short. So I had him write an article about the art of building safe equine obstacles, and it's a couple of pages long, and then I show some of the things that he does, okay? Then I wrote an article about why to train obstacles. So, I really like this because we piggybacked on each other's articles, okay? And the one that I finished up tonight, oh, let me find it. I finished up, here it is. Okay, it's gonna have a gross picture, but you're grown. I don't have little kids watching my stuff. All right, how to be prepared for a horse emergency. And Dr. Whittle won Veterinarian of the Year for 2022. And then he talks about other things to do with your horse, with your veterinarian. He's gonna think that's hilarious right there about the dental care plan with that picture, because he's such a serious guy and I'm a freaking ding-a-ling. And so he's gonna like that. He talks about things to put into your emergency kit. And then this, horse people will be happy about this right here because we're actually talking about what healthy gums should look like. Anyway, there's Dr. Whittle. He's so freaking nice. But that was an article I worked on tonight. And what else was, we have a political section, but it's not political really. It's just information. So I focused on the First Lady and just went through and just talked about some of her accomplishments and stuff. And I didn't know she was in college to be an architect. She didn't finish it up, but that's okay. A lot of people don't finish up college, so that's okay. And then just added some photos to her. But she's the first First Lady, what was it, to become she's the only First Lady to become a naturalized U.S. citizen. So, like, I thought that was cool. You know, it doesn't matter what side, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or Republican, she's still our first lady. This article, oh, I love these sections of this. I go through each freaking section of each one of these regions, and I find a trail facility, and I find information from their websites and stuff. And tomorrow I will contact all of them and tell them that they're going to be in the magazine. They will be so pumped. I'm really excited about River Valley because we have so many clients that go there. And that Honey Lee Ranch was super freaking cool. That's in Oklahoma. Little Lusk was cool. The Southern Cross, they are making so much more money than what we are. They got a swimming pool and everything. And you know what? You know why I chose this one right here? Because whenever I looked up trail facilities in Connecticut, they had a couple of bad reviews that were just kind of seemed bogus. So I chose them to help them. So this is one of my favorite pages that I designed because she's doing fire cider. And like, look how pretty that page is. Hey, Wendy. So I love this page. She's talking about how to make fire cider. So, oh, and this lady's article right here, don't price yourself out of business. Today, she has a line in her article, and this lady's like a financial advisor. And look right here, I'm going to show you this. It says, stop competing on price alone. This is for business people. And I got to talk to a lady about this today because she was going to, oh, here, I'll tell you what. Where is Silver Spurs? I'll look it up. They have, Silver Spurs is in Oklahoma. Somebody asked that. Okay, what I was going to tell you. This business owner came in today, and she's one of our trail clients. And she wants to open up a camp facility, but not like a horse one, but just like for regular RVers. And she's like, man, I want to have long-term people, but I want to give them, like, if they'll sign up for 14 months, we'll give it to them for 12 months. And I'm like, geez, you're going to give them 2 months free? I was like, that's way too much, right? Because I was like, you're in business to make money. Anyways, one of the lines said, from our business person, I was like, please let me read this line from this article, right? Because it's like fresh in my brain. And it says, here, I'm looking over there. Oh, you made fire cider. Dude, I've had fire cider. Fire cider helps me, kind of burns my throat a little bit, but then it helps me. But this financial advisor says, there will always be someone cheaper. Competing on price alone is a race to the bottom. Okay. I was like, whoa, yeah, you don't need to just be a business person that competes with price only. It said, instead, compete with things like quality, experience, reliability, and results. And I was like, damn, I needed to hear that. I'm so happy that financial advisor wrote that article, and then I was able to share that exact part with her. All right, somebody says, got my fire cider sitting in my pantry until ready to drain and use. Yeah, I've got to get some fire cider going. This recipe is really good. And you know, I've just gotten into teas lately. Like, holy hell, I make tea. This morning I made tea with holy basil, orange peel. I had red clover in it. I don't know, I had a couple of things. Like, I'm getting into making my teas. And this year, I don't know if you were following me whenever I did this for a couple of days. Lady, come sit down. Quit being weird. Come here. My dog. Anyways, I picked my own dandelions and freeze-dried them. So now I have a whole bunch of dandelion flowers that I'm putting into my tea. And it doesn't take very many. So I've gotten into tea. I really like the tea because in the mornings I like something warm. But whenever I have coffee, I like to have my Chobani creamer in it. And that they've got a healthier version, but it still has like sugars, and I'm still not trying to break my fast. So I've been drinking teas because I don't care if those are kind of tart. I know it's kind of, and I put a little bit of half and half in there. Like I don't need the sweet with the tea. I don't know why, because it's bitter, and I'm not going to mess with it. So, because I don't want to change it up. By the way, this is my natural hair right here. This is what it looks like. It's not quite straight, not quite curly, and no products in it. All right, well, I have 2 articles left. These articles are badass. I love this lady named Kira that writes for me. She's from Pennsylvania, and she's a homesteader, and she's talking about like how she's overwhelmed around this time because she's got all of her stuff that she's got to preserve, and animals, got to make sure they've got all their feed and hay for the winter. So it's just kind of like overwhelmed. But then she's in Pennsylvania, and she's like, dude, I need to shut up because it's going to be bad winter here, because it's always bad winter there. So I have her article. Then I actually got my county commissioner to write for us, and he's a younger Hispanic man. He's like, if he's 30, then he'd be just 30. Okay, maybe 31. He might be in his 20s, but he's running for state representative. So I had him write an article about the importance of immigrants being here legally, and like talked about his process of becoming a U.S. citizen and what all he had to do. I also wanted to kind of like help him with having that article already written. I think it would be good for his campaign, because whenever people are like, oh, I bet that Mexicans not here legal, and then there'll be an article already addressing that. So low key, I'm already kind of like throwing him a little support. So his name is Israel Baeza, and he actually beat my husband in an election for commissioner. Okay, but this dude, I'm straight with him. He does a good job. And even my husband says that he does a good job as a commissioner. So, we really do support him if he beat my husband in an election. And we support him. So, he's doing a good job. Anyways, those are the last 2 articles I have. And I've just got to change the dates on my Smart Chicks. But dude, y'all need to come here in January. My Smart Chicks is only open to 10 people, and that event's half full. It's like it got half full in like the first day of me just talking about it, and then I've got to get a flyer out. I think that will help people, is having a flyer about my Smart Chicks event. So it's here, and it's all inclusive, and it's just me and my Mennonite friend, but we're going to be like doing all sorts, like, I think there's like 12 different things we're going to be doing. It's all homesteading stuff. All right. My dog needs me to let her out. And then I've got to get these other 2 articles put into beautiful format. So this magazine is called Country Tough Times. And I'm the chief editor / ding dong that took on a magazine. It's in 21 different states. And this is just the 4th edition that's coming out. I have it right now where people can get still all of the editions because it's still current information. And you also get a shirt that says Country Tough Times, because that's what I feel like we're going through right now. You got to be a little bit country, and you got to be a little bit tough. So, all right. And then whenever I go inside, I'm going to do our water comes out of our hydrant and out of our shower. And if I put it on just cold, it's either 54 or 56. So I can get, for Suck It Up September, I can get no snacking. That's been a big deal. 2 meals a day, which me reading that book called Fast Like a Girl, it's really helping me out right now with like wanting to fast. And then ice water bath and working out, and I just did my little Chinese thing, and that really did make me feel better. So y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I got to get yesterday's video put up, and then I'll have today's video, which is just all the behind the scenes of my husband. He was such a nervous wreck of getting that 1973 hood that I had custom painted for him, getting it put on our wall, and it looks so freaking good. It looks so good. All right, y'all have a wonderful night.